Okay, class 9, let's continue our chapter number 1, the earth as a planet. We were discussing about how Eratosthenes calculated the earth's circumference. So in the previous video we came to know about the distance between Alexandria and Aswan sign was how much? 5000 stadia. So now after that, how he calculated the earth's circumference, that will come to know after in this video. Okay, let's move. Found the distance between the two cities of Egypt was 5000 stadia, and 5000 stadia means that is equal to 920, approximately 920 kilometer in today's date, right? Now if we take this earth as a circle, so the whole circle means it's a complete angle. So what is the measurement for the complete angle? That is 360 degree, right? Okay, here 5000 stadia, that's the distance between the two cities, and which is equal to 920 kilometer, and 360 degree, as we know, it's a complete angle if we take earth as a circle. And the third clue is what he got, that the angle made by the sun rays with the vertical object and the horizontal shadow. So that was how much he found. He found it 7.2 degree, right? So with this measurement, with this data, what he did, he calculated the circumference of the earth. He put the formula angle made by the sun rays with the vertical object and the horizontal shadow, and total this 360 degree, total 360 degree complete angle. And here it's a distance between Sinai and Alexandria upon the circumference of the earth. So here angle, how much angle was made there? It's a 7.2 degree upon 360 degree equals to, distance was how much? Distance was 5000 stadia, but we'll take this 920 kilometer here. 920 upon circumference. Let's write circumference this as C. C, circumference of the earth, short form, right? Now you just calculate it. If we remove this decimal, 7.2. Now children, you also calculate with me. Just remove this decimal, 72 upon 3600 equals to 920 upon C, circumference of the earth. Now you just cut it, 72 1 ja, 72 5 ja, 50 ja, 3600, and this is 920 here. Okay, 1 by 50, 1 upon 50 equals to 920 C. Okay, so C equals to, circumference of the earth equals to 920 into 50. So if we multiply this 920 with this 50, 46,000 kilometer. 46,000 kilometer is not the real figure, and it was not accurate also, but the modern scientists have made these calculations very precisely, right? This is how Eratosthenes calculated the circumference of the earth. Isn't it so interesting, children? Okay. Children, this 46,000 kilometer, this figure is not so exact, not accurate, but this 46,000 kilometer, this figure is close or very, very close to the real figure, right? And the modern scientists also, they have made these calculation very precisely, right, children? Okay. Earth, the living planet. The Earth is called a living planet. It is the only planet in the solar system with life on it. Life here makes Earth the most beautiful planet in our solar system. This I already discussed with you. Now, next is the Earth enjoys a number of advantages over other planets, like right temperature, presence of water, atmosphere, because of which life has evolved on Earth. The most important factors making life possible on Earth are a right distance from the Sun. As I told you, the distance between the Earth and the Sun is 150 million kilometers. Right? So that is what? That is very suitable distance. Right? Let's take an example of Mercury. Mercury is the nearest, very closest planet to the Sun, and it has a temperature of more than 400 degrees Celsius, right? And let's take an example of Uranus and Saturn, which are very far away from the sun. So the temperature in those planets are very low, right? Even a minor variation in the distance of the earth from the sun would have made earth either too cold or too hot, right? That is why earth is a unique planet, because the distance from the sun, the distance of the earth from the sun is very much suitable, neither too hot nor too cold, right? And earth is the only planet where life exists and evolved, right? Now, next factor which makes Earth a unique planet is that presence of water. Right, 71% of the surface of the Earth consists of water only, and that is in the form of ocean, sea, river, ice caps, glaciers, etc. Right, so. While the oceans and the sea contain water mostly in the liquid form, it occurs in both liquid and solid states on the continents. Water in the liquid state on the, yes, on the continents occurs in water bodies like rivers, lakes, while in solid state it occurs in the form of snow and ice caps. The vast polar ice caps on the continent contain a very large of water in the frozen or solid state. Besides the water in the oceans and on the continents, it also occurs in the form of water vapor in the atmosphere. Thus, water is present in the Earth's environment in all the three states. So, all the three states means water on the Earth are found in solid, liquid, and gaseous state, right? Due to this, the Earth is often known as watery or blue planet, right? The realm of water on the surface of the Earth is called hydrosphere, because hydro means water, sphere means layer. So, hydrosphere means it's a layer of water. Water is essential to support life, as we all know. In fact, it believed that the earliest forms of life on the earth evolved in the oceans only, right? Not only this, water also helps in keeping the temperature of the earth moderate. So, water helps in cooling the temperature, lowers the temperature of the earth, right? Okay, let me ask you one question. During summer holidays or summer season, why you people prefer to go to riverside or lakeside or sea beach side? Why? Are you getting the answer? Yes. Because riverside or lakeside, that means water bodies that keeps the surrounding cool, right? And you feel cool there in summer season, during summer season, and it lowers the temperature of the surrounding, and you can fully enjoy your picnic also, right? Okay. Of atmosphere, that means presence of air. Yes. Why air is important? Because one cannot sustain or survive on the earth without atmosphere, right? So it's a life supporting system, we can say. Atmosphere is a life supporting system, element, right? Okay. Now next is the most important elements of the Earth's atmosphere for making life possible are oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide. Oxygen is present in sufficient amount in the Earth's atmosphere. All organisms need for respiration. Nitrogen helps in keeping atmosphere cool, and the three most abundant gases found in the atmosphere are oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide. So you all know about oxygen, right? So and what about the nitrogen? Nitrogen keeps the atmosphere cool, and it is also one of the most important nutrients needed by plants. And for plants, nitrogen is needed for their growth. Carbon dioxide is also necessary for plant life on the earth, because we know carbon dioxide is inhaled by the is taken by the plants, and it gives out oxygen. So presence of all these elements in the earth's atmosphere has made evolution of life possible on earth. Earth's atmosphere acts as a protective layer and keeps the temperature of the earth within a tolerable range. It also absorbs the harmful UV rays, ultraviolet rays coming from sun rays. Right? The atmosphere of the earth absorbs the terrestrial radiation also emitted by the earth during the day, and thus keeps the earth warm during night. Okay, let me explain you. The sun rays falls on the earth's surface, and some of the sun rays, that UV rays, gets trapped into this protective layer, right? And the other sun rays, UV rays, that reflected back to the atmosphere. So this trapped UV radiation, the absorbed terrestrial, we call it terrestrial radiations, emitted by the earth during the day, and this keeps the earth warm during night, right? And the rest of the UV rays, that reflected back to the atmosphere. Next is presence of solid crust, that is lithosphere. So lithosphere is what? It's a layer of the rocks on the surface of the earth, right? And lithosphere is what? It's a source of minerals. So the minerals are very important for supporting the modern human civilization, right? So lithosphere is very, very important, essential element for both living and non-living things, right? Now next come to the biosphere. So biosphere is what? It's a narrow zone where all the three spheres like atmosphere, hydrosphere, and lithosphere interact with each other, right? So that three realms meet in one narrow zone, which is known as biosphere, right? So all life on earth is confined to biosphere, where all physical requirements of life, minerals, air, and water are available. Biosphere makes earth a unique planet in the solar system. So not only atmosphere, not only hydrosphere, not only lithosphere makes earth unique, but biosphere also an important element which makes Earth a unique planet in the solar system, right? All living beings on the Earth need energy to live. The most important continuous source of energy in the biosphere is the sun. The sun. Much for today, children. We'll continue this chapter in the next video, and please keep on revising the chapter also. Thank you.